Hey, Chris Liepe here. Yes, new Avenged Sevenfold. What a spring it's been for heavy music. Let's just get right into it. Oh yeah, that's stop motion, right? His voice sounds great. I've always loved the sound of M. Shadow's rasp, grit in particular. The way that he implements compression, you just know it's him singing. Let's back it up a little bit and unpack his sound. Right in the shadows. First of all, hear his slides. Right in the shadows. Those are the notes, but let's go to the approach now. Right. No, that's how I'd naturally sing it. We want to change what we do and feel it out. Right. Lower the larynx. Right. And then practice holding back a bit of air. Right, right, right. I darken, lowered my larynx. Right, right. Changes my placement. Now I want to feel out the effects of this lifting something heavy idea with my right. It should feel high. It should feel like it's above your voice box. Right in the shadows. That's beginning to sound a little bit more like him. Right in the shadows. Then combine that with the notes. This takes a lot of work. And if you're interested in going further in these types of techniques, click the link below and join my free voice course. Right in the shadows. Hear how the distortion coming out in my voice has been laid over, quite literally, the sound that I'm producing with my primary vocal cords? This is the sound we hear here. Clean there. So you can hear that he's not just the whole time. He's very dream. He's very clean in certain parts, and he's holding back air and squaring that with pitch over just certain notes. That creates the overall feeling of being aggressive, but also sort of laid back. Gives him somewhere to go and saves his voice a little too. Coming down. There's a sense that he's laying back in the beat, that he's able to float over this drudgy melody. A lot of singers tend to get a little bit too hyped when they start getting aggressive with his voice, but he's found this perfect balance between aggression and sedatedness or relaxation. Now here he's ahead of the beat. He switched gears. Right? Key dynamic shift. This is what makes vocalists interesting. Backed off. his timing, his pocket, the way he's pulling back, the way he's pushing, the way he's phrasing is extremely important to notice here. Listen to that chorus again, and listen to how he's developing the words awake and alive. I am the sun, yeah. Listen. Here are the vowel slowly changes. I'm awake. I'm awake. And with it, his flavor of grit changes slightly as well. He's not a static singer. He's a very dynamic singer. He places things very differently. Even though he's got this overarching dark sound, the fact that he moves his placement around and uses long held out words in this context to shape the sound. It's not just about singing the words. It's not just about hitting the notes. It's this wonderful tone shaping and arcing that's happening in the midst. That's what makes his voice so interesting and engaging, and what makes these lyrics so hooky. I am the sun, yeah. Static there. I'm alive. Experiment with that in your own voice and don't judge what comes out. Just figure out how you can make things sound differently over just one word. I'm alive. You'll discover all sorts of tonal possibilities and approaches in your own voice if you can do that. Oh, that's awesome! He's combined this faster tempo pushing of the beat like I talked about earlier, and his dragging the beat back. So we have these two forces pushing and pulling at each other that are both voices over the music. Now, this brings up another amazing writing technique, and this happens in movies, this happens all over the place, is this idea of foreshadowing. He has done both of these things, and what we come to find out is that both of these ways of delivering his vocals over the song now come together and work together and help sort of finish the musical plot, if you will. Genius writing, genius arranging. That is a wonderful sounding tone. Begins to shatter the skies. Begins to shatter the skies. I love that the extra distortion that's put on that line and how it's a bit more band limited and EQ. Pan slightly over here to give it this sort of nagging over here. But that tone that he gets on skies, oh. Brings that hook back. Cover my eyes and see. What an amazing dynamic shift. grungy effect there on eyes. Nice. Back to some familiarity here. Ooh, now listen, this is just going back to his grit. If we take those words, in equal phase, right? In is really clean. In equal phase. This way, we're not trapped in trying to be distorted all the time, and we can be more expressive and dynamic. He's very good at this. How he slides, it just creates so much tension, just begging to be released. Love it. Talk about blues influence on that. Yeah. How clean that was. How he cleans it up. Wonderfully masterful control over his own dynamics, compression, and expression. That's neat. Notice how he really gritted it up over tear? Tear in the sky! This is narrative storytelling through being attentiveness to your lyrics, through song. Not just singing notes, not just, I want to be distorted because I want to have that grit of my favorite singer. No, he's telling a story. He's arcing characters. He's being engaged with the meaning of why he's doing what he's doing. And that lends to this idea of when there's a word like tear, you want your voice to sound like it's tearing. Yeah. Was that singing in the round again? Yes. Ooh. I love stuff like this. The fact that we can live in and appreciate a guitar solo in 2023. Thank you, Avenged Sevenfold. And I feel slightly connected to this skeleton. I haven't been paying as much attention to the video on this first listen. I'll have to go back and watch the video again and really appreciate the art of this. some very vocal notes in that guitar solo. Wow, I love his tone. It sounds like a single coil sound, which I love it when you get that sort of staticky pick attack that you don't get as much when you overdrive a single coil sounded pickup. Nice. We return to the room. He returns to the man. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, I really want to go back and just pay attention to that sub story in the video. As the skeleton gets out of the man, walks around and has this experience and goes back in. I read through the lyrics, and that's one of the reasons I love songs like this from bands that I've been following for a while, is that there's a lot of depth. The more you listen, the more you watch, the more you engage with things, the more you pick up on the art of it all. And listening through and doing a vocal analysis the first time, sometimes you miss a lot of those other things. And what I particularly like about the vocals on this track is something I've mentioned in other Avenged Sevenfold videos that I've done, is that he has this wonderful way of taking you on a journey even within one particular phrase. I love that that's still represented here. His voice sounds better than ever. Again, if you'd like more help with your own voice, taking some of the things out of songs that you love, out of vocalists that you love, and figuring out how to do it with your own voice in a way that's safe and freeing, click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more.